or welcome if you're new. I am Z, your fashion loving bookworm, and today is our beginning of the year tag. I actually saw Larry Reeds do this tag, so oops. So I wanted to do it too. So let's get started with our 2026 book tag video. Okay, so I have all the questions on my phone. It's Puchako. I love him. He is not my favorite Sanrio character. My favorite Sanrio character is Spotty Dotty, but you never see her anymore, which is rude. Sanrio, you know, figure it out. But anyways, 2026 book tag. Let's get into it. So, the first question is, how many books do you want to read in 2026? My answer for this one is 52 books. 52 books because like one book a week is actually a pretty good deal. And if that's the case, technically I'm behind. But anyways, it is what it is. If I make the goal, I don't. If I do, then I do. If I read over, it is what it is. Now, a book you're likely to reread this year. I am not like a rereader of books, if I'm being honest, just because like my physical TBR is kind of massive. But if I were to reread a book this year, I would probably reread Forged in Blood, just because I do want to read the second one, and that is by Sadie Kincaid. I read it last year. It was pretty good. There were some vampire-esque things that were kind of gross, but it was still a good story. There's a lot of spice. It's spicy. It's a good spicy time, and it's vampires, and she's something else. I think she's like an elemental or something like that. But yes, if I were to reread a book, I would reread that one just so I know what's happening, so I could go into the next one, because that's already out. But yes. Ooh. So next question is a priority read on your 2026 TBR. This one is kind of hard because, so I kind of like priority read is probably like Caraval, also When the Moon Hatched, because the next book is coming out and I've really been wanting to read that one, and there's dragons in it. I love dragons. But yeah, probably those two, When the Moon Hatched and Caraval. I actually have started When the Moon Hatched. I was listening to it on audio this morning. But yes, those are probably my priority. Honestly, I just want to read good books this year and read everything I put on my 2026 TBR. I don't know if I'm going to get there, but that is the goal. That's why I made it, because I want to. And those books have been on my physical TBR for quite some time, so that's why they are my priority, and I actually want to get to them this year so I can, you know, knock down some of the books. Maybe we'll buy less books this year. No promises, because I love book shopping. Our next question, an author you won't be reading more of. You know, I don't actually have anything for this one, just because I don't have any authors I have, you know, beef with their books or anything like that. I have a tendency to stick to what I know. And I don't know, I'm easy to please, I suppose. If it's good to me, I like it. And I'm not like, oh, I don't like third person, or I don't like first person, or I don't like second person. I don't have like those kind of writing styles. I don't have those issues. So there's no like author that really jumps out for me that I'm not gonna take into this year. I don't have any. Yeah, no, nothing is striking. I have a lot of books by a lot of different authors, so yes. Yeah, that's what I got for that one. I don't really have anything for that one. Something new you want to read. Okay. So, this is my year for truly getting into horror. I have, like, technically speaking, I have 4 horror books. Like, I want to read horror. In a sense, some things have been considered like a horror romance. Like, some people consider like, some people like, there are some like pitch black romances that some people, because they're like gory, some people consider them more on like a horror romance style. Something like Hello Hellion, or however you say it, by Jodi King. That's considered like a horror-esque romance, but also like pitch black dark romance kind of situation. So I do want to like dive into horror, maybe like dip my toes into horror romance with like Jodi King, just because she's like romance horror, like it's gory and bloody and stuff, and then, you know, maybe slide down into like the horror. But yes, I want to try out horror. Also sci-fi, because I have 2 sci-fi books, which is The Blood Trials and then The Blood Gift. Those are like my 2 sci-fi books. I could also steal books from my father because he's a big sci-fi person. Like, he only reads sci-fi. So yes, those are the 2 I want to try because I love fantasy. I love fantasy romance. I love contemporary romance. I don't mind like general fiction kind of books. I have plenty of those too. So yes, the thing I have never ever touched, well, truly touched with a 10-foot pole is horror. So yeah, I think I'm gonna jump into it. Maybe I'll start with the Shorty Patootie, aka Nothing But Black and Teeth, because I have that. It's on my bookshelf. It's right over there. You can't see it because it's the shelf on this side. But anyways, yeah, horror. That's what I want to try out this year. And sci-fi. Please don't mind my heater. It is cold today. But that is the noise you hear in the back. And, okay, so the next question. Ooh, a popular book you want to read. Okay. I think I put it on my 26 for 2026. I cannot remember to save my life. That is sad. But this is the year. Hold me to it. I stand 10 toes down at this moment. I will read Binding 13 this year. I want it. I want to read it. I want to know what the hype is about. I want to be obsessed and in love with all these characters. This is the year. And it's, you know, super popular, and it's getting even more popular, and everybody loves it, and I want to read it. I own them, so I want to read them. But yes, Binding 13. Yeah. Okay. Most anticipated book release. Okay. Obviously, if you know me, or if you've watched any of my videos as of late, I have been absolutely obsessed with the Cowboy Colony Mail Order Bride series. Okay, so the next book is coming out in February, and that is Longing for the Alien Lawman, and that is Warden Hallam's story. I'm so freaking excited. It's Grumpy X Sunshine, because like, he's this grumpy militant man and she's a bubbly ray of happiness, and chef's kiss, I'm so ready for it. I cannot, like, literally the day that one comes out, it will be on my Kindle. I will be reading it. 100% facts. Like, there is nothing that will stop me from reading that book the day it comes out, because I want his story more than I need to breathe air. Yeah, that's how serious that is. Okay, a bookish goal for 2026. This is actually a goal I have started, so I want to see it through, like, throughout the year, and that is getting back into my reading journal. So I had one for 2024, and then I tried to do, like, I started one at the first month of 2025, and I didn't do anything with it. I literally started off the plan with it, and then I never touched it again. So yes, but that is the goal. I want to do my reading journal for 2026, just because it's a fun time for me. I really like it, and it's like another creative outlet, and then it's a way for like me to express my thoughts about the book, because I'm not an annotation girly. I do not like writing in my books. There is one singular book I have ever written in, and that was The Coven. Yeah, that's the only book I have ever written, and I have 2 copies of that book. So I feel like I would annotate a classic, but only the Penguin Classic editions. So the only edition I would ever annotate in a book would be like something like this. Yeah, I would annotate that. Yes, but otherwise, oh, this is a Collins Classics edition, not Penguin. Oh, this is Penguin. It's fine. I annotate something like this, but I'm not, I don't write in my books. I don't dog ear my pages. I don't break my spines. I like a pristine looking book. Even though I have books for years. I've had books for years. They don't have a cracked spine, so don't expect me to annotate books. That's why I like reading journals. That was a tangent. On to the next question before we are here all day long. A book that's been on your TBR that you probably won't ever read. Ooh, okay, this sounds so harsh. Okay, so the thing is, I buy books because I do want to read them. That is the goal, that's the intention, that's why I buy them. Not just because I enjoy buying books, that I do love buying books, but I buy them because I want to read them. Eventually, I will get there. But a book that I probably won't ever read. oh gosh, that's probably Sunshine Hills. And I hate to say that because it does sound amazing and that is why I bought it, but it's by Mine Win. Yeah, it should be Win because Nguyen. Yeah, that's Win. Pretty sure. It's like the Filipino way to say win. I think. I could be wrong. I'm wrong a lot. It happens. But anyways. Yeah, probably that one. Because it's like, it is fiction. Like it's a fictional story, but it's very real world-esque. Because later there's like a gentrification of the neighborhood. And their nail salon is trying to be run out by some like big conglomerate kind of sort of nail salon type of situation. But anyways. The goal is to read it. I just don't know when and if ever. So that would be the one I would put there. But I do want to read it. Don't take this wrong way. If you love that book, let me know in the comments down below. But the likeliness that I touched on. Actually, another one is I Want to Die, but I also want to... I Want to Die, but I Want to Eat Tteokbokki. And that is by Paek Se-hoo. Se-hee? Se-hoo. S-E-H-E-E. Se-hee? Okay, anyways, that one. Just because your girl already suffers with severe depression, and that book is supposed to be a hard time. I have it because it sounds fascinating, and I am obsessed with tteokbokki. But that we are not in the mental space to read something like that. So between those two, yeah. That's where we're at with that one. But that question seems so mean. I do want to read those books. I just don't know when. Or if. Ugh. Okay. A series you want to read this year. Ooh. Easy peasy. I want to read Fourth Wing. Everybody and their mom's obsessed with it. I own all 3. I mean, technically there's no date for the 4th one, but I want to be in the world. I want to be obsessed. I'm a follower. Sometimes. Okay, I'm a follower in the sense that I will buy the book that everybody and their mom is talking about, but will I read it right away? No, because there are other things that sound amazing. And yes, but Fourth Wing, I want to pick it up because I have it. Yeah. And everybody freaking loves it. It sounds so great. Everybody's like, oh my god, you have to read Fourth Wing. You have to read Fourth Wing. Blah, 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 this and that. So yes, I want to read it because I am, if nothing, but a sheep. Okay. Next question. Auto by authors going into 2026. Easy peasy. My obsessions. My queen, my goddess, Katie frickin' Robert. I will buy whatever that woman puts out. I will read whatever she puts out. I love her. My erotic, spicy queen. I love her. She's great. I love her books. I love her work. I love her. Auto buy. Ali Hazelwood. Another auto buy author. Like honestly, the very first time I ever read one of her books, I think I read The Love Hypothesis? No? One second. Oh, okay. Yeah, so the very first Ali Hazelwood book I ever read was Love on the Brain. I got it from my library. I didn't even finish the book before I went to Walmart, purchased the book because I was that obsessed with it and I love her writing style. Auto buy author for the rest of my life, or until she stops making books. But anyways. Also, this is a newer one that Jasmine Moss. Obsessed with her. I love the Psycho Shifterverse. I love Blood of Hercules. I love Bonds of Hercules. I love her writing style. She's a good fun time. Also, Kimberly Lemming. Another one I found, what, last year? Or was it the year before? I either found Kimberly Lemming in 2024 or 2025. I cannot remember. But, auto buy author. I loved her books. They're hilarious. They're funny. I love her writing style. She and it's so weird because I'm not a cozy fantasy kind of person, but she gives like cozy fantasy, but it's funny vibes. It's like hee hee ha ha cozy comedic fantasy, and I love that. And she writes a good fun spicy time, so I'm just like, yes, I love her work. And she's an auto buy author. Honestly, the moment I read That Time I Got Drunk and Saved a Demon, I think that's what it's called. But anyways, read that, instantly auto buy. I was obsessed from the get-go. So those are auto buy authors going into 2026. I do have more. I have quite a few more. like Carolyn Peckham and Susan Valenti. Those are auto-buy authors as well, and they will probably always say auto-buy authors. Yes. That's a Sadie tale. Anyways. Ooh, a book to show adaptation you're excited for. Okay, so it's not technically a show, I don't think, but it is going to be a movie, and that's The Love Hypothesis. I am excited to see that. I think that'll be awesome. Ooh, a sequel you're anticipating. I have no idea. Well, it's not technically a sequel, but it is a third. But anything Rena Kent writes and puts out, I want to read, because she's also an auto-buy author for me. But, yeah, because it's not a sequel, but yeah, I don't think I have any anticipated, like, actual anticipated sequels. But, yeah, I know, Rena Kent's next dark romance hockey book should come out this year, so I do want that one. But, like, specific sequels, nope, don't think I have any. Whenever the next one for the Bonds of Hercules comes out, that one. Yeah, that's all I got. Ooh, bookish things you're leaving in 2026. That is easy, comparing how much I read to other people, because and not even just from like a creative standpoint kind of situation. Please come here if you want attention. My arm hurts. Good boy. But not even from like a creative standpoint, but just like, I'm just like, dang, oh, you read like 150 books. I'm so jealous of you. Like, I wish I could do that. And I wish I read faster. But like, just comparing myself and like how much I read to other people is definitely something I'm going to try my hardest not to do in 2026, just because it's not healthy. Like, reading is reading. And like, you should do it because it's fun and you enjoy it. It's not a competition between like, I mean, unless you make it a competition, but I'm not making it a competition. I know what I'm comparing myself to has made it a competition. So yes, comparing how much I read to how much other people read. That's definitely like my toxic reading trait, because I'm just like, oh man, I only read like 65 books last year. That's not a lot. Yes, that is, when you look at like the average reading rate of like a general person, and it's like, oh hey, on average someone might read like 5 books a year. So comparing myself, it's not healthy. Bubby, stop licking me. I don't need a bath. Okay, the next one. What to expect from this account? Okay, so from my account, you can always expect bookish videos. However, you can also expect more lifestyle and fashion to come back to my channel. I had broken away from it for a couple years, or like 2-3 years or so now, just because I was not okay mentally. Like, making fashion content is a bit harder for me because it's more on like a creative side, and like sharing my love for reading, and reading being a form of like escapism, was a lot easier to create content with and enjoyable. So what to expect: more fashion content, more lifestyle content, and we'll still talk about anime here and there because I am obsessed with it. I love it. It is one of my favorite things to do outside of reading when it's like my free time. Yeah, it's watching anime, reading books. Oh my gosh, you guys, I found a new drama. It's on Netflix. It's called Badly in Love, and it's like these Yankee, that's how you say it? Yeah, like, and so it's like they're all these tatty badasses, and it's so cool. But anyways, yes. Next, how has your reading taste evolved? I'm more open to different types of like storylines. So before 2025, I was like, I don't read sports romances. Now I'm obsessed with hockey romances, and I need to have them injected into my vein. But no, I was very much like, when it came to like, I'm more open to different types of romances and like books and stuff in general, and just like changing my reading up and reading other things besides like fantasy and romantasy, because those are pretty much my bread and butter. So yes, I'm more open to trying out new things. Branching out. We're blooming and branching out. That is what we are doing in 2026. Ooh, this one's my favorite. booktube creators who inspire you. So for me, the inspiration comes from just like, oh, I love how they do their videos. I love like what they read, what they talk about, how they edit. Like, I enjoy those kinds of things, and that's like the inspiration like for this question. But that's a few people, so I'm gonna just list my top 10 and then the rest will be around. It's not even top 10. But it's Olivia Reads a Latte, Ravenhaired Reader, Honest Fiction, Larry Reads, Jan Agathon, Gabby Reads, and Becca's Books. Those are my favorites. Also, Vanilla Moon, which is Jody, but she hasn't been posting a little bit because, you know, she did just have a baby. Actually, a few booktubers just had a baby. It's so cool. But anyways, those are some of my top favorites, but the rest that inspire me will be here. Okay. Something you want to say to someone who wants to start a bookish account. Post whatever you want. That's what I do. Like, that's the thing, like, because, like, okay, so real talk. I have had my YouTube channel for maybe 6 years or so. I think I started it in like 2018. I don't know how many years that is. I'm really bad at math. Yeah, I think I started this in 2018. And on top of it, my content has moved from fashion and lifestyle to more bookish things. And honestly, I really just post what I enjoy posting. I've never had like some strict content posting upload schedule. And you guys are probably like, you had a channel for like 6-7 years, but you only have like this many subscribers. It's not about subscribers to me. It's not even about the numbers or the views. It's really just having it's like a digital diary of sharing what I love and what makes me happy and interests me. And when people like those videos, that makes me really happy. Even when I don't get a lot of views on videos, which happens a lot. It is what it is. I still like making YouTube videos. It's just a fun time for me. It's a hobby. But yeah, no, this is honestly, YouTube is just a fun hobby for me. It's not, I don't expect this to be like an income or anything like that. I mean, that'd be cool if it was, but I'm not crazy. Like, it's not the need. So, yes, post whatever you want. Just post the video. If, in all honesty, I was really scared when I first started my YouTube channel because I didn't really know what to post. So I was just like, but like I knew what I loved. So, and everyone says find your niche, but yeah, everybody always says like you need to, you know, find your niche and post within that niche. Yes, having a niche will help you grow because then the algorithm is going to push out your content to people who want to view your content. That's why like tags and things like that can be slightly sort of important, not as much anymore as they used to be, but just post the video. Don't wait till you have the perfect lighting or the perfect camera, especially like with cell phones nowadays. Cell phones are getting way impressive, and like this, like people, a lot of people just post videos through their cell phones. So just post it, whether it's TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, I don't freaking know, just post the video. Who cares if it's not perfect? Who cares if you stumble over your words? I do that every single video. Like, I stumble over something. I'm not perfect. I never will be perfect. I don't even want to be perfect. That sounds too much. That sounds stressful. But just post the video that you want to post. And as long as you're enjoying the content that you're posting, as long as you're being yourself, then honestly, that's how we make an engaging community. Even if I only have 250 subscribers, we're tight over here. So, yeah. That's what it is. I'm happy with the community I have. I wish you guys would comment more because I would love to talk to you. I do read all my comments. So comment down below. A black heart. Because we are dark romance girlies over here. Oh, also fantasy girls. We are all over the place girlies. That is what it is. Embrace the chaos. Hi, welcome to my channel. But yeah, those are all of the tag questions. If you're watching this video and you are a content creator, consider yourself officially tagged. So And if, you know, you do make this, tag me. I want to watch. I want to know what you guys have to say. So, thank you so much for being here. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you have a great morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are. And as always, be bold, bright, and beautiful, but most importantly, be yourself. That's all I got, so bye!
Oh, to your mama, she a blessing. There's nothing that I would undo.